Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Thumma amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum, Husna Khan.
Alaikum assalam.
MashaAllah, we are going to be studying negation. Negation just means when you say something positive, like I ate or he's a good person, you can turn that into I did not eat or he's not a good person. Negatives of everything. Okay, so there's different kinds of negation. We're going to break this up into 7 lessons. And when we're done with the 7 lessons, we're done with Unit 10. Pretty simple. So each session, I think altogether it should take us 14 sessions to finish this unit. No more than that, maybe even less, because for each of those 7, I want to take 2 sessions. One just to explain the concept to you, the second to just do a little bit of practice and keep going like that, okay? And then we're done with Unit 10. It should be pretty quick, bi'idhnillah. Now, the first, and some of these negations you already know and some of these you do not know, okay? So here's your first kind of negation. It's called la nafiyatun lil jins. La nafiyatun li al jins. Okay, this is, and I'll put that in simple English too, because some of these I'll give you Arabic terms, other things I won't give you Arabic terms. It is
Absolutely not.
Yeah, absolute negation. Absolute negation, absolutely not. No way at all, etc. Okay, and in order to do this, this only works on an ism. La nafiyatul li jins only works on an ism. You say la, then you say whatever ism, like you say la rajul, but the ism of la has to be nasab. Okay. It has to be nasab and it has to be light. Okay, those are the 2 conditions on la rajula. This is the same la nafiya we use when we say la ilaha illallah, because the word ilah becomes light and nasab, right? So there are 2 conditions on that word. It has to be light, it has to be nasab. Also, nothing can come between the la and its ism. Okay, they have to be together, kind of like a mudaf mudaf ilayh. Okay, and this part, why does this keep coming up? Because I don't deal with it, right? Okay, la rajula, this part is your mubtada. Okay, that's your mubtada. Now the thing is, the khabar, interestingly enough, is you don't normally get an easy khabar. In other words, you don't get a khabar that's rafa'. You usually get what you would think of as a muta'alliq bil khabar, or some kind of harf thing, something with a harf or maybe even a special mudaf. But you don't get a straight like the khabar is rafa'. You don't get that. Okay, so you will say, for example, la rajula fil bayt, which means what? There's absolutely no person
in the house.
There's no man in the house at all. There's no man in the house at all. And the i'rab would be la rajula will be your mubtada, and fil bayt you can call it muta'alliq bil khabar, but even if you call it khabar here, it's okay. Okay, in this particular case, the la rajula would be mubtada, fil bayt would be the khabar. Now let's take some examples from the Quran. La ilaha illallah, la ikraha fi din, dhalika al-kitabu la rayba fihi. Right? These are all examples of la nafiya li jins. There are others. I collected all of them when I was younger. All the la nafiyas in the Quran. When I was learning this stuff, I would learn one rule and I'd say, I wonder how that looks in the Quran, and then I would read the whole Quran to find it. Then I found a book that actually does that for you. Alhamdulillah. It's called Al-Mu'jam Al-Mufahris. So you can actually look up all the las in the Quran at one time.
Cool.
You know? I just go through it. Oh, this one's nafiya, this one's nafiya, this one's nafiya, and you can highlight them. So I did that a long time ago. So I'll show you some of those lists, inshallah, later. But anyway, so la ilaha, there's absolutely no one to worship or obey in any way, shape, or form. That's like really strong negation. And then you say illallah. So the illallah part is the khabar. La ilaha is the mubtada, the illallah part is the khabar. Similarly, la ikraha is the mubtada, and fi din is the khabar. You can call it muta'alliq bil khabar. You can also get away with calling it khabar. Ikrah means to force. There's no forcing in the religion. You can't force anybody to accept the religion. Okay? La ikraha fi din. Then Allah says, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. La rayba, rayb is doubt. La rayba fihi means?
No doubt in it.
No doubt whatsoever.
No doubt whatsoever.
There's no doubt whatsoever in it. Yeah, no doubt whatsoever in it. So, la rayba fihi. Now, that's la nafiya li jins. Easy enough, right? So, the thing to remember, can you remind me?
The la, or the one that la is like describing, or the one that is like
Wow.
the word that's being negated.
Wow. The word, yes, it's
Okay,
ism.
the
The
word-
ism of la.
The ism of la has to be right after, and it has to be nasab and light.
It has to be right after, it has to be nasab and light, and together they make the
Mubtada.
mubtada. Okay? Now, another point that I want to use this opportunity to tell you is that there is a difference between using la and ma generally in the Arabic language. You'll find a lot of times negation is done using the word ma, and sometimes it's done using the word la.
La.
In the first category, la nafiya li jins, obviously you're only going to be using which one of these two?
La.
La. But there is a difference in meaning that I want you to appreciate, that you should never forget, okay? La is always the response to a question
Okay.
or a curiosity. Someone who doesn't know, hey, is there someone in the house? And you're answering them. You can answer them in a very strong way and say what? La rajula fil bayt. Okay? But if I used ma there, which I'll teach you later, but I'll give you an idea, ma is not the answer to a question. Ma is correction.
Okay.
Meaning someone says, there is a man in the house. And I say, no, there isn't. There isn't any man in the house. Now I'm not informing them. Now I'm not answering their question. I am actually correcting them. I'm refuting them. I'm actually proving them wrong, etc., right? So ma is part of a debate.
Okay.
La is not part of a debate. Okay? Now this is important because sometimes in the Quran you'll see la, sometimes you'll see what? Ma. So when you see la, you're learning that Allah is talking to people that are curious or that are asking the question, or people who don't know. When you see ma, then Allah is talking to people who are making the wrong claim. Somebody is wrong and Allah is correcting them, and when He corrects them, He uses what? Ma. Okay, is that difference clear? So that we're done with one theoretical concept, which is la nafiya li jins. I want to do one more because it's really just review for you, which is the 4 kinds of jumla ismiya that are negative. So if you have ana, we'll do 2 sentences. Ana, we've done talib enough times. Ana mutahammis. Even though it's not in the Quran, it's okay. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited. And ana fil mahad. I'm at the institute. Okay, 2 easy sentences. Now, what are the 4 ways of negating ana mutahammis? I am not excited. There should be 4 ways of saying it.
Lastu mutahammisan.
Good.
Lastu bi mutahammisan.
B cannot make
wait.
mutahammisan.
Oh wait.
B.
Lastu bi mutahammisin.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. And then ma ana mutahammisan. And ma ana bi mutahammisin.
Good. And now what do you remember about ma?
It's correcting someone.
Yeah. So now you know the difference between those two also.
Okay.
Okay. What about ana fil mahad? 4 ways of negating it.
Lastu fil mahad.
Good.
Lastu.
There is no.
Yeah.
Because the ba goes on the khabar.
Yeah.
You don't have a khabar. You only have a muta'alliq bil khabar. So lastu fil mahad is enough. What about the other one?
Ma ana fil mahad.
Ma ana fil mahad. Done.
Okay.
Okay, sometimes you can get 4 options, sometimes you only get 2 options.
2.
Okay? Easy enough? Now you know 2 kinds of negation. How many kinds of negation did I say I'll teach you? 7.
7.
Don't forget, okay?
7.
There's going to be 7. What's the first one?
La nafiya lil jins.
What's the second one? Ma and laysa.
Ma and laysa. Okay.
You can say ma and laysa, okay? Now the third one, and we're done for the day. So this might not take 14 sessions, because the first few you know pretty well. We're going to start with nasara. What's the present tense?
Yansuru.
What's allama?
Yu'allimu.
Good. We'll just do these 2. The third category is negating the past tense.
Okay.
Negating the past tense, just the past tense. Okay? So I want to say, in the case of Nasara, I want to say he did not teach.
Okay.
He did not teach. And in the case of or sorry, that's in the case of allama. In the case of nasara, I want to say he did not help.
Okay.
Right? There's two ways of saying it. And you have to know both ways. And you have to be very good at them.
Okay.
The way to say he did not help, number one, option number one, ma nasara. Ma nasara. Not la nasara, but
Ma nasara.
ma nasara. Ma likes to go with the past tense.
Okay.
What does ma mean? You remember? We just did it.
Didn't.
No. What does it imply in addition to being negative?
It's correcting someone?
It's correcting someone. So, ma nasara means somebody claimed that he helped and you said, no, you're wrong. He didn't help.
Okay.
That's ma nasara. Got it? How do you say he did not teach? No. Come on, what are you talking about? He didn't teach.
Ma'allama.
Ma'allama. Okay? But if somebody asked you, did he teach? And you're telling them, then you would have to use the other negation. Now, one of the harf you learned, when you learned the harf of light and lightest, one of the harf means didn't.
Lam.
Good. And lam does not work with past tense. Lam works with the present tense, even though it produces the meanings of past negative. So the two ways of saying he didn't help are ma nasara or lam yansur.
Okay.
Ma nasara or lam yansur mean roughly the same thing.
Okay.
What are the two ways of saying he didn't teach?
Ma'allama and lam yuhallim.
Lam yu'allim. Now you have walada, to give birth, or to father, yalidu. He fathered, he fathers.
Ma walada.
Ma walada.
Lam yalid.
That's what we get in al-ikhlas. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Right? Walaja, yaliju. What do you think? Two ways to enter.
Okay. Ma walaja and lam yalid.
Okay. How do you say I studied?
Udarrisu.
No.
No, wait, that's teach.
And you use the present tense.
Yeah. I studied is darastu.
Good. Darastu. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't study. Two ways of saying it.
Ma darastu
Good.
and lam adrus.
That's correct. Ma darastu and lam adrus.
Adrus.
Okay. They didn't say. We're all negating in the past tense. There should be two ways of saying they didn't say.
Qalu. So ma qalu
Good. Ma qalu.
and lam yaqul. Wait.
What's they say?
They say is qalu or yaqulu.
Yaqulu is they say?
No. Yaquluna.
Okay.
So yaqulu.
But you gotta put the lam on it.
Lam yaqulu.
Ma qalu or lam yaqulu. Ma qalu and lam yaqulu. Okay. You all didn't know. Y'all didn't know. Last one.
No is what?
Alima ya'lamu. Alima ya'lamu.
Okay, so you all, so and no and dum. Okay, so
Alima ya'lamu. Well, you start with the positive. How do you
علمتم.
No, I didn't say allama, Baba. I said three times alima.
Oh. هو علم ما علمهم علموا هي علمت ما علمتا هنا علمنا أنت علمت أنتم علمتم أنتم علمتم.
Okay. You didn't know.
So ما علمتم.
Why are you putting a shadda on it? What are you saying? ما علمتم.
ما علمتم.
ما علمتم. Okay. And then? Present tense?
يعلموا.
Yeah.
So
But y'all didn't know.
أنت تعلم أنتم تعلمان أنتم تعلمون. So لم تعلموا.
Good. Give me both of them quickly now.
Okay. Ma alimu. No. Ma alimu. Yeah. Wait. No. Ma alimtum. And
It still sounds like you're putting a shadda on. Alimtum, Baba.
I said alimtum.
You said alimtum.
Ma alimtum.
Mm-hmm.
And lam. Yeah. No, wait.
Got it.
Ta'lamu.
Got it.
Okay.
Y'all didn't know. Ma alimtum lam ta'lamu. We've learned 3 kinds of negation today. La nafiya allegiance is la followed by the light nasab. Absolutely not. 4 kinds of laysa and between laysa and ma there are 4 kinds of jumla ismiya. You already knew that one. Then we did the only real new one was this guy, which is ma with the past tense or lam with the present tense. Both produce negative past tense.
Okay.
They produce negative past tense, and the difference between them is ma is what and lam is what. You remind me quickly.
Ma is correcting
Good.
someone and lam is answering.
Just informing
Right.
someone or
Answering questions.
you're answering a question. Very good. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A little bit